Hello, hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Carmen with Elemental Designs. How is everybody doing today? Just give me 1 second while I pull up the chat, and I'll be right with you guys. Keep my volume down. Hey Donna, hey Sasso. Oh, this is freaking perfect right here. Come on. Oh, yes. I found myself a little stand. Perfect for the phone. A tape dispenser. Look, I'm gonna show you this. This is a DIY hack right here. Holds it perfectly. Yay. All right. So I'm just gonna give everybody a few minutes to start coming in. And I'm just gonna continue to get some of my colors ready. So how you doing, Donna? I'm very excited about today's project. As I mentioned in my previous live, I've been doing some bonding with my Cricut machine, and I've been cutting out a whole bunch of different shapes and stuff like that. Now, mind you, this is definitely a labor of love because God knows how much chipboard I go through. Hey, Nada, how you doing, love? And so I've been having a lot of fun, and I put my little sets that I create. Like once I got a layout that I like, I put it in a little Ziploc bag. So today's project, super, super excited. So let me show you guys what we're working with. So I have my canvas, it's 11 by 14. I already gessoed it. And what I did to give it some texture, if you guys can see all those little lines. As I mentioned before, I've been having a lot of fun with this new product by Decor Art. It's part of their Americana Decor, and it's called Texture. It's super yummy. So I went ahead and used this little brush thing here, this little silicone brush, and I just kind of dabbed it all the way down. And let's allow whoever's on the road to get to where they're going. Because it begins, ladies and gentlemen, yes. And so I dabbed it all the way down, all the way down. So I got all these little ridges. I dried it with the heat tool, and there goes Nina because everybody's included. Everybody's included. And so, are we buffering? My screen is buffering. I'm good. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Hi, Leilani. So hopefully everybody's doing marvelous, marvelous. And so let's get to the chipboard, right? I already gessoed it because you guys, today's project is going to be a lot of little pieces. And so I went ahead and just gesso like 99% of it. Anything that I have to add as far as embellishment, I'll gesso after if I need it. But this is what we're going to do. So I have the silhouette of this girl, and let me show you guys the stencil that she came out of. Well, the stencil that I got left over, right? A 2-for-1. Who doesn't like that? So this is what it is, more or less. But in getting this piece, because this is what I'm going to use, I actually lost all of the gears. So what I did is, because I really love that, I mean, the face, the shape is perfect. And I was like, you know what? I have a gear die, so let's go ham. And that's what I did, you guys. Cut out a whole bunch of little gears. Those were from a die, so that's not from the Cricut machine. This was these little pieces right here as well. And also, I did a little bit of a frame, like a little gear frame. I found this image online, so I cut this out. This is actually part of a larger piece, but I only kept the two, the top and the bottom corner. That's all I really wanted to use for this piece here. That's from the machine as well. And also these cute little chain links. So I'm going to be incorporating these into the whole thing as well. So we also have some stamping that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be using this little crackle kind of stamp. I'm going to be stamping that on with SazOn. And then I have this stamp that I've been loving a lot. I love the flower pattern. So I'm going to use that as well on here. And then we have some colors. This is a lot to say, you guys. Let me get a sip. Let me get a sip of something real quick. So we have some paint. So I'm gonna keep it kind of I don't really know. I want it to be like between white and black with little like shades of like a little bit of green or something like that, a little bit of like a grayish blue. So this is the colors that I kind of picked out, and then I have some white. So I have here some dark patina. That's my little green element. This is carbon. This is chalk paint. So when this dries, it dries really, really matte, which is perfect. You know, you don't get that really, really high gloss. And then I also, because I got the patina, so I want this, the shimmer of this to kind of be what stands out of it. Then I also, I'm going to use this Whisper, which is kind of like eggshell kind of color. Really, really pretty, as well in the chalk. And then a little bit of white in acrylic, regular acrylic. Hi, Bootsy, how are you? We've missed you. Oh, I also have this color right here. It's called Serene. You can't really see it, but it's Serene. Again, another chalky finish, because I want this to be kind of matte with a little bit of shimmer here and there. And then I'm going to be adding some sprays at the end, but we'll figure that part out when we get there. So I'm going to be doing a lot of dry brushing on this one. So that's what I'm going to start off with. I'm going to start off with the white. And I don't really know exactly how it's going to come all the way out. So we're just going to play it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some of the color. Then I'm going to wipe some of the color away, because I have this texture paste in the bottom that's really glossy, and I want that to kind of stand out. So as I go adding my paint, I'm also going to go kind of wiping it away and kind of blending it in that way. So I'm going to need a lot of white, actually. Let me get this out. And I have my heat tool to hopefully be able to dry in between if I need to. That's way more white than the white that I was using. Wow, that warm white really makes a difference. Oops. Stay phone. Thank you. Who else is in the room? Hi, Connie. So I'm going to start adding all this white. And then I'm going to start wiping some of it away. And then I'm going to start adding more of the other colors. While this is still kind of wet, you want to do this while this is still kind of wet, because if you're doing when it's dry, you're going to probably rub your texture off, and you don't want to do that. That kind of defeats the purpose. I want that grain to kind of show through after I'm done with all the different layers of colors in here. I'm going to go in with a little bit of black. And I'm going to spread this out. And I want the colors to kind of blend, so I'm going to curve and G it by moving them back and forth. And we're going to get all these varying tones. So now I'm going to grab the rag and start kind of cleaning up a lot of it off. And hopefully I'm going to get the texture that I want to show through, So let's see. I'm going to use this dirty little rag that needs a quick bath, but I haven't done it just yet. Oh, my daughter's home. I got paint all over my brush. So you guys know that means it's all over my hands. Where's El Hombre? Who, Sasso? He's around. He's around. Now a little bit of the green now. And I think once I add the girl and the gears and everything, I think it'll all kind of come together with what I'm trying to do. So we'll see. It's a mystery to me. Putting me on the big screen, nice. Just kind of blending it out. The under layers are already starting to dry. So hopefully you guys are liking what you're seeing so far. And if you do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It doesn't do much for me, but my haters seem to love it. So let's give him something to smile about. And then put the wrap. Now we're gonna add some blue. It's not really like a blue, it's more like a gray blue. It almost looks like a storm cloud kind of color. Really, really pretty. And again, I haven't cleaned my brush off, so all the colors are kind of still in there. If it gets a little bit too dark for me, then I'll just pull it back with a little bit of white or add a little bit of black. And again, trying to blend those in. I don't want them to become one solid color, but I do want them to blend in nicely so you don't know where one starts and one ends. It's still kind of light for me, so I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the black. I'm going to kind of follow the pattern of the little dashes that I put in here. I'm going to draw in some vertical lines. And let's see where this kind of takes us. It's been beautiful out today. How's the weather where you guys are? I'll just take off all this excess. Okay. Drag all this paint up. A little bit of this peach color here. Still kind of wet. Right, looks really nice. It looks like there's so much depth and it's just a tool, you know, it's just a flat surface. We'll have to see what colors we paint the gears so that they really stand out. I like that. Just making sure the bottom is covered all the way. And just try to keep your head as straight as possible. Straight back and forth. If you can see the canvas material behind it, you probably got two little paints on there. So that's kind of what I'm doing with this. Hi, Isabel. How are you, love? At this point, I'm just trying to use up all this paint that I have here. So I'm just covering all these edges up. All right, I kind of like that. I'm gonna let this kind of dry. I don't want to see that many brush strokes in here. So I'm gonna let that kind of dry. I really like how that looks so far. Can you guys see the whole thing? There we go. Oh, you just got home. So now we're gonna put this to the side. If I have to dry it, I'll dry it, but I'm gonna work on the other pieces real quick and just give this a time to air dry on its own. And the sides, I'm gonna paint the sides black on that piece. So here we have this is a piece of construction paper. I was just doing the pieces on it earlier. So I'm gonna start with her, and I want to keep the same kind of color scheme, but obviously a little bit you know, more realistic in a way, if we can call it that. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab more of this Whisper color. Probably use it right out of the cap. And I'm gonna give her a quick wash out on this. And this is chalky paint, so it's gonna grab whatever I put on it. Because it's very gritty, very chalky. I'm just gonna give this the whole thing a whole once over. And the reason I didn't go with like a regular acrylic for this was because I didn't want it to look glossy. I wanted it to have somewhat of an industrial kind of look, so I wanted it to be kind of matte, if that makes any sense. At least in my mind. I know you think of metal, you think of shiny, like that's the last thing for matte. But I do have a little bit of metallic paint in there that I'm gonna be using. So now I'm gonna try to figure out where her eyes are and stuff like that. And start trying to add a little bit of shading here and there to this. So a little bit of this away. I'm trying to figure out somehow where I need to mix a little bit of this black, a little bit of this cream color. A little bit of the gray. Oh, awesome, Bootsy. That's amazing. Congrats. Congrats, congrats. No problem, Leilani. Enjoy, baby. Enjoy. Um, you guys know it's hard for me to put the brush down once I get it in my hand, so just bear with me. I'll get it on my system soon, I promise. I'm just trying to give her something that if something is sneaking out, something is peeking out of whatever I'm doing here, that there's at least a little bit of darkness behind it. So I'm just kind of doing some little half circles here and there. Just in case something shows through. Okay. So you guys kind of get the drift. Wow. Prende l'abanico, amore. Try. I'll let you know if it starts to you can tell if the feet starts to go back because of it. I don't know why she got her mouth open. I never noticed that. I don't know. She got her eyes closed. She got her mouth open, but we're gonna roll with it. She's singing, you guys, and she's all in the moment. So we're gonna let it go. And I'm gonna leave her really rustic looking. I want her to have like that really rustic kind of feel. And we're gonna see how this is gonna go. So I'm gonna start continuing to go ahead and do these other pieces. That's a little odd, but we're gonna let that one go. See, hace un calor. Oh my goodness. I'm like in the desert out here. Because I can't turn the AC on because of the camera. So we on some sweating it out. All right, so I'm gonna start painting up some of these things. I'm gonna add some more color to my palette. I'm gonna put my little image right here so that it doesn't get messed up and falling over or something. And we're gonna add some color. I'm gonna get some black. So I'm gonna start with some of this black. I'm gonna need more. And I'm gonna start painting some of these things black. And we're gonna see where we're gonna go with this. I might paint it black and then spray over them just to get a nice little finish. So we'll see. I love cutting out these little pieces, but oh my God, they're such a pain in the butt. Sometimes they don't come out. Sometimes the machine will skip. Like, does all kinds of weird stuff sometimes. Like two-toning it a little bit on some of them. Well, they're not all the same color. There's a little bit of variety. I try to give myself a little bit of a heads up today. So let's see how that works out. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this blue and this patina color, put them on these chains. If I feel like I need to make them darker, then I'll make them darker after I've decided where everything is gonna go. It's a lot easier to do this when you have some music playing in the background, you're in the zone, and you're just doing you. I hope everything shows nicely across with this red paper. Let me see what else I have. Oh, I got this clock thing here. Hmm? That's cool what you're doing. Thank you. Still have a few more things to do here, you guys. We're not out of the books just yet. Just need to find room to add all the other pieces. Gotta move these quick because they will get stuck. Wet paper gets stuck to wet paper, you guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Carmen. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Did you or did you not have some coffee today? All right, let's get some more of this black. A little bit of Vaseline in there. Let's get more of Vaseline. Come on. Come out. Thank you very much. I appreciate the assistance. A little lighter right there. Just so there's a little bit of contrast here and there. Okay, let's do the next one. In the same fashion and form, grab a little bit of that black, feel the dab corner of that serene, and let's get it here. And I'll make it darker on the ends. And they're not going to come out exactly the same because unfortunately your brain doesn't retain that much information. At least mine doesn't. And I always end up making them different unless I'm painting them one solid color. The technique is going to always vary. My brain goes, do this way, no, do this way, no, do this way. So just have fun. That's all I say. That's why I don't really do many tutorials because my instructions will be like, just glue that there. Just glue that there. Don't worry about it. If it falls off, it falls off. Just glue it back. Okay, I don't know how many chains I juggled, but it seems to be a lot. So let me dry these off a little bit so that I can hopefully move them out of the way. Sorry for the noise, you guys. Is there a way to lift off the basic paint and behind to the hand? I don't know. You could pick up residue off of any mat with a little bit of water usually and, just dab on it. If that's what you mean. Oh, nice. So, did you guys miss me? We're back, baby. We're back. It's hard to see it on that, but it's a try. It's a try. A chipboard is not a chipboard once you add paint to it. Okay. Once you add paint to it, you make it something else completely. See how many pieces you guys? Oh my goodness. I was busy bee. Some of these are gonna come out gray. Some of these are gonna come out lighter, darker, but it's gonna stay hopefully well enough within the frame that it'll all look nice once I layer them on her. Oh, my phone's about to die. I gotta plug it. Come on, little piece of stuff coming out of nowhere. That's enough. Thank you, babe. No. Does it go sideways? Portrait. Screen rotate. No. Yeah. Rotate screen. Come on. I can't. How can I read messages? I won't be able to. Okay. All right, we're gonna try it. Sorry, you guys. But if I did it all off screen, I would just come in and say, hi, guys. Bye, guys. And the show would be over. Why am I drawing the paper? All right, I think I'm done with that part of it. These I'm going to probably use as is. I'm not even sure what pants on what we're going to. All right, so let's start. Let's start layering this baby in. And how's my canvas? Let's dry it up a little bit. Today's it's almost all dry already. Guys, let me know if you guys have interference. I'm putting on my fan because I'm baking. Not the kind you eat. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and distress her edges and stuff because she's definitely gonna need a little bit of an edge up. So we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna use, if I can find it, here it is. My little Tim Holtz Distress and Walnut Stain. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit in some places. Just because I don't like the edges to be like, oh, you know. I want them to be a little dark. That's really the only purpose for me doing that. And And I forgot about getting gears for the front, but maybe I have enough gears to add in the front and the back. So we'll see how this works out. All right, so let's put it together and see how it all kind of comes together. Where's my glue? Feel better? Yeah, right. You guys getting any interference? Yes, right. They're so nice, Isabel. Oh my goodness. And this is usually the junk part, and I was like, junk, not in my eyes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue some pieces of chipboard behind there. So I just cut up a whole bunch of my little scraps, and I just want to give her a little bit of leverage so that I can stick pieces here and stick pieces there. So I'm just gonna like stick a whole bunch of, you know, little pieces here and there. Big. Just to give it a little bit of height. I need another bottle of glue. I should have in my cart. Sure it's not popping out of any of your corners and stuff. This one got a little bit of weight to it. Is that one you? Yeah. Is that heavy? Yeah. Yeah, give me that. Hopefully it's not heavy because it's dry. No, we're good. All right, so let's flip it over. Oh, she got hit on the face. We had an accident, ladies and gentlemen. We had an accident. Anyway, let me move her in first. I'll fix that after. Okay. I'm gonna add some of these bigger pieces in, and then I'm gonna start fitting in all the other smaller pieces. That's how I'm gonna do this. Can you guys see that? Just kind of low. I guess you don't have to stay there because that chipboard don't adhere to that cardboard already. Oh, thank you. Yes, almost like a wood grain. Okay. Let's get some of these other pieces. We have a lot to layer. Just a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. All right. So let's get that. So let's start this layering stuff. And I'm gonna add one here on this edge. the bottom. I'm going to bend that piece over and bend it all the way to the back. And just have it hold here for me for a second. I'm going to do this part and add all these chains over here. Let's see. Let's add another chain over here. You guys see where I'm going? Hey, Monica, how are you, love? So, I'll do that. She's still kind of drying there. Let's start adding some gears to her. Got some pieces here. I want to add. So let me see how that kind of goes. This one is not going right there. So let me go ahead and add. I should have done this before. Come on, glue. This one. And the reason I don't want to use pop dots is because them things fall off. I've done it already. Why do I keep grabbing the wrong one? Put that over there. I keep doing. I've done that before, and then like 2 months later, you see pieces floating everywhere. It pops open like a book. Let's put that there. Let's keep figuring out what we want to do here. This one, this one. See, I had it envisioned a little bit different, but it's okay. Just a little bit different. I had it envisioned. I think I'm gonna have to turn on my glue pen. This is not trying to fit. I want to do this stuff up. It's not up there. No, moving. No, that's not it. All right, let's move along. Let's see where we go. See how far we get. I'll leave it open just in case. Thank you, Isabel. Muchas gracias, my friend. Where are those little scissors? trying to cut out a little piece of wedge that I can stick under the die cut. And I grabbed the wrong one in it. All right, so let's put that one in right there and see. Okay, that works. Oh, so there's a good day for ice cream. So somebody say something. Every day is a good day for ice cream. Okay. Keep moving. So much you want? Oh. Okay. She looks kind of scary now that I'm looking at her. She got her mouth open, her eyes closed. She looks kind of scary. Gotta work on this girl's face. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what my glue gun is, you guys. So I'm struggling over here. Thank you, Jackie. So let's see. Now I'm gonna be spraying some stuff in here. I'm probably gonna go and try to get some flowers or something to kind of fill in some of these gaps. Because I think I'm gonna end up spraying a lot of it. Let me try to heat dry a little bit and see if that'll help. Chicken Spot got the best ice cream. Yes, I don't know about the best ice cream, but it's good. It's cheap. Let me clip some of these things off. I don't know what my glue gun is. I was literally using it to make my little suitcase the other day. I put it in there. I always put that thing in a little basket, and I guess I didn't do it this time. Oh, it's right here. Thank goodness. So I don't really need the glue gun that much right now. So I'm gonna just get my glue gun going so I can really adhere these things down. Let me go ahead and do some stamping on here while I let that kind of heat up so that I can add the few little pieces that I have left and also glue down all these other pieces. So let's go ahead and do some stamping on here. En donde venden pollo frito. Ahí anda los pollitos. Anda los pollitos Kennedy. Kennedy fried chicken. So I'm going to use these real quick in here. I'm so hot, you guys. It's so hot in here. Yeah, los pollitos fritos. I should have done this before I put all that stuff on, to be honest with you guys. I forgot. Okay. All right, let me try to put this on the block. I don't know if that's going to help any, but I'll just give it a little something, something. And I'm okay with the images not coming all the way through. It's kind of what I expected because of the floppy kind of surface that I'm stamping on. But nonetheless, it does create really pretty texture. Okay. I like that. I should hopefully have given my thing enough time to heat up. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, where's my glue stick? Did I lose my glue stick? I think so. See if I find some here. Okay. I did find some. All right. Let's got this. Ready to go. And we are going to add other embellishments to this. This is not going to stay like this. We are going to add other things. Hate the glue strings. Okay. Let's add the other ones really quickly. We're almost done with this. Oh, I'll do this one right here real quick. My hands are dirty. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Come on, little group thing. Stop. Let's see. Let's go with some flowers. Like an ancient industrial goddess. Oh my god, Ilani. Oh, Donna. Sorry. The picture wasn't right above, so I looked at one picture and read the other. Let's see. I'm gonna have to repaint this. Some black. Where's the other coaster? There it is. Okay. I think the black. That's how I'm gonna need it. Oh, shit. Still missing something here somewhere. Is that done maybe? Sometimes I find that space. We'll see how it all looks once I paint the black in. We can always add more. It's harder to take away. We're gonna add some paint. We're gonna dry this up and then spray it a little bit, and I have to work on this little eyebrow situation here with her. We'll see what happens. And this is like a chalk paint, which is why I didn't really gesso it, because it's gonna have that grain anyway to it. And this is not like a complete black per se. It's more like a gray black. It's called carbon. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying. Let me cover her face and just kind of spray this thing down with some black. Sometimes you need that extra vantage point. And I know I'm painting on the background as well. Okay. Fine with me. A little bit down here, and a little bit of hot air, a little bit of spray, and we are good to go. I think I'm gonna spray a little bit too with the black, just to make sure I get it in the individual little spots. So I still have this on. Yes, I do. Let me get something to cover her face because that's gonna be a big no. I'm gonna bring some of these sprays out as well. My favorite little bronze color. I have black sprays. My black sprays right here. Good night. Thank you, love. All right, and I'm gonna put this other paper behind it. So I'm gonna use this Lindsay, the Cement Green. I'm gonna dry. Okay. And then this one is black. Oh shit! Oops, sorry. Sorry. Oh, how hot it was. Thanks, spray. Sometimes no one spray when you need them. The Lindsay's always spray. So far, I haven't had a problem with it. Let me get my gold, my whatever color this is. Yeah, this spray's nice. But now when you put them face down, I think that's when they get jammed and they get turned upside down. But I need more of this color. Okay. So I can't do it with both hands. So question here. To do standing up, you guys. Let's dry this up and see what else we do. What else we need to do. I'm gonna use this Gloria of the Sea. I link you. Hopefully to bring around some of these colors here. I gotta glue this lady all the way down. Her face is still kind of hanging off over here. That's hot. Where's the glory? Here it is. I'm gonna show you something there. We're about to be really good. I'll do this big enough. What time is it already? Wow, I've been doing this for an hour and 19 minutes, you guys. All right, so let's try to fix her face up a little bit, and I'm not sure. Where's the word that I'm going to be using for this project today? What's today's catchword? Right here. It says create art. So I think since she's got like a little gap right there, I'm going to stick that right in there. Yeah. I kind of like that. Okay. Okay. Just a little bit. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so let's put this in here, and let's put this in here. Let's create art. Let's fix her face up a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab some pencils and work on her face a little bit. My phone here. I'm burning you guys. Shut that off. Yeah, I'm gonna make the floor is completely cool. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we'll be good to go. What do you guys think so far? Her face I'm gonna work on. She she has a really creepy kind of vibe. I don't really like her lips too much. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to add a little bit of realism to her. From being a bare chipboard. So I think, let me glue this thing down over here again. I think this is how I'm gonna leave it, you guys. Because I really wanted to have like that really rustic kind of feel. I turned my glue gun off. I have kind of like a little quirky kind of smile. But I wanted her to be like really, I wanted her to look like really, really sketchy. Thank you, Isabel. So the rest is just really adding shadow. I'm gonna do this with the pencil because it's just easier to do it with the pencil. Just add shadow. Wherever the pieces kind of stick out. Add a little bit of shadow so that it looks like it's more dimensional than it's supposed to be. And because I'm using chalk paint is the reason why I'm doing this. If I was using regular acrylic, I would not be able to really use my pencil to sketch anything. I gotta do that better. I will. So that's it, you guys. What the hell was that? Yeah, the gate fell. Hallelujah. Good to be alive. I think I'm gonna do that. Put that there. Oh, hey, Karina. No problem. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I left them kind of like that. I like the grunge that it's got right there, like with the you know, the paint, the way that it kind of came off there from the spray. So I kind of like that. Over here, I don't know if I need to add anything else to it. Maybe this, maybe not. But I kind of like it like that. It's somewhat simple, but at the same time, it's got like this kind of like it wants to have like that fine quality, and at the same time, it's like So it's somewhere in between both worlds, and I really do like that. It's like still a little raw. I kind of like this part. Oh, everything is starting to fall. So you guys, I want to say thank you so much. Hope that you have enjoyed our little quality time. I might end up doing other stuff to this. I don't know. For right now, I'm not really quite sure what else to add to this, but I really do like the way that her face is kind of looking now that I made her lips a little bit fuller and I added more shadow into the eye. Her face kind of comes a little bit more to life, and I really like that. I think that the flowers definitely gave it a little something extra, so I definitely like that as well. I can see some red now that I'm moving it around, so I'll make sure to get into some of those places after it's dry, and I can handle it just a little bit better. So you guys, thank you all so much. It was a brief one today because we do have company. And yes, you guys. So thank you all so much, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I put up a video of a vintage, kind of vintagey looking little suitcase that I made. If you haven't checked that out, definitely go and show that video some love. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Sazon is going to be going live tomorrow, Sunday, you guys. So if you haven't subscribed to his new channel, please make sure that you do. It's Sazon's Vintage World, you guys. If you can't find it by searching it because he hasn't put a video up, then just go to any of my videos where he has a comment, and you can follow his link through there, you guys. So thank you so much, and I will catch you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.